Hello everyone, welcome to this session on discussion of JEE Paper 2 questions. JEE Paper 2 questions which were asked basically in the first session of JEE which was conducted in the last month. That's what we would be discussing. Today's topic that we are going to talk about is non-verbal reasoning. So we would be discussing all the questions that were asked in non-verbal reasoning in the last month's question paper. So you can get your doubts cleared. You can also get the answers for these questions, the step-by-step process or these tricks that could be used to ensure that you can arrive at these answers. Now, because most of you are already aware, this is a very important topic, and most importantly, it's also one of the most scoring topics that you have in JEE Paper 2. So to be on the best of your abilities in non-verbal reasoning could help you a lot in gaining additional ranks. It could even change your fortune from, let's say, for example, any ordinary NIT to, let's say, SPA Delhi. Okay, so welcome once again. Welcome to this session, everyone. I would also like to take this opportunity to welcome our faculty, Chandu sir. Hello, Chandu sir. Am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible.
Okay, so before we begin, just a quick announcement. We have the next JEE 2 mock test that's coming up for everyone. Everyone is able to apply for that. So you can get the link and details of that in our YouTube channel. So you can follow us. We have a JEE mock paper that is coming up on the 23rd of July. Okay, so you just have to wait for a few more days. On the 23rd of July, we will be coming up with a mock test. That is on the Saturday. We'll be having the mock test. And just like how we have done the previous mock test, this is open to everyone. So you'll get the registration link and things like that in the coming days, and you can register and you can apply. I'm sure most of you might have already attended our NATA mock test or even our JEE mock test, which we had conducted earlier. Okay. So without any delay, let me take this opportunity.
Okay, Chandu sir, am I audible, sir?
Yeah, you're audible.
Okay, sir, then we can start the session, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Suraj sir. So, good evening all. So today we will be discussing the previous question paper. That means the question paper which happened in the last month. Okay, so that is the plan. So because we have to track a pattern from that, and we need to learn a lot of things from that question paper itself. Because this time a new change has been introduced, or a new type of question has been introduced, especially if you noted that the type of cubes counting. Usually NATA, from the last 2 years, usually NATA asks such questions. Okay, so this time for a change, JEE also started to ask questions like cube counting, and this year somewhat easy question has been asked from the side of the JEE. So we can just go through the questions and we can see how we can solve these questions in a quick manner. Actually, if we spend a few time on every question, we will be getting the answers. That is specialty of non-verbal reasoning. But we need to save a lot of time over here, because the time saved over here can be used in another area, it's like maths or somewhere, to score more marks. Okay, so the speed is the vital thing which is over here. Now we can just go through the questions. So this is the question paper of the last JEE. It has been happened in the last month, June. So this is the first question from the non-verbal reasoning. Hope you guys know the answer for this question. Anyway, I will give you 30 seconds for a thought. So just try to put the answers in the chat. I will wait for your answers in the chat. So here the question is like this: identify the number of cubes in the given image. That is the question. You need to identify how many cubes are present in this particular figure. Okay, go ahead, guys. So these are usually NATA people asked these questions. Okay, that was their usual way of asking. So the time is over. You can put your comments in the chat. So over here, like this, we can count. This is the first one, second one, third one, fourth one, fifth one, sixth one. So these things are clearly visible. These things are clearly visible over here. So 6 cubes. Okay, 6 cubes are at the base, you can see very clearly. Apart from that 6 cubes, you can find 3 cubes in this level. Okay, similarly, if you try to find, you can find one more cube over here too. Okay, so now the sum 3 plus 1 plus 6, it is 10. So option B, 10 is the right answer. For a better practice, you can go through the previous year question papers of NATA regarding cube counting. Okay, can go through the previous year question papers of NATA regarding cube counting, especially the last 2-year questions, and there you can find at least one question in every question paper regarding the cube counting. Okay, similarly, you can try another exam. There is called UC, that is for conducted for design students, even though they are also incorporating this particular type of question. So these are the sources you can test for solving these or practicing these questions. So a good practice will take you to the right answer very quickly. Okay, fine. Now we can move on to the next question. Next question is somewhat like a puzzle. Okay, so you guys can try this question, answer the figure, and it shows 4 parts of an image. After joining these 4 parts, which answer figure will show the exact copy of the question figure? Okay, so you guys can try for the 30 seconds. I'll wait for 30 seconds. You can try this question. So this is your question. So this is a kind of puzzle. So you need to, in these kinds of questions, you need to look into the corners. Okay, so especially these corners, you need to focus. Yeah, Chitragupta, Sharath, Suraj, very good, very good. Hi, Asif. Okay, so just put your answers here. So over here, you can find these corners. These corners are very much important. So if you look into the options, you can find this side. Okay, just focus on this side. And that side is having a corner like this. But it is something different because the corner shape is like this over here. Okay, so due to the difference in the corners, you can eliminate option A. Okay, due to the difference in the corners over here, you can eliminate option A. Similarly, coming to B, just observe. So here you can find, actually here one piece is missing. That corner is something different. Over here, this corner or the parts provided are somewhat different. So option B is wrong. Okay, so in this way we can understand which all the parts are different. So B is also gone. Now we comes to C and D. If you observe on C, okay, this area, this piece I am satisfied. Okay, coming to this piece, yeah, that is coming over here, and this area, fine, satisfied with this piece also. Now coming to the top piece, somewhat we need to look into that piece. Okay, coming over to here, yeah, almost fine. Anyway, sorry, that is the part of B. Okay, fine. Yeah, coming to this part. So over here, it's fine. Yes, corners are matching. So we can keep C in mind. Actually, we are in an eliminating manner. We are going in an eliminating manner. So C is fine. So now comes to B. Now we need to check this particular half of the arrow. Actually, near the arrow, the top left and top right are having corners. But it comes to the right to bottom. Okay, that makes D different. So in this way, you can eliminate the options and you can reach the answer C. And this was something different. If we consider the case of the previous year question papers, this is something different, has been asked today. From the last 15 to 17 years question paper, if you go through, you can't find a question like this. Not only this one also. Okay, these 2 questions are new to this batch. Okay, now this question. So understand the relationship between 1 and 2. Choose the missing figure from the given options such that a similar relationship is established between 3 and 4. This is a type. I will give you 30 seconds. You guys can try. This is a type of question asked from analogies. Okay, if you take the case of the question papers of JEE from 2005 to 2022, I think this is the fourth question. If you check the previous year question, this is only the fourth question from the analogy. Himanshu. Okay, so this is the only fourth question asked from analogies. Okay, if you check the previous year questions from 2005 to 2022 of the JEE, this is the fourth question. I think there had been once asked in 2005, and after that they had asked 2 questions in a between year, and after that this is the next time, third time they are asking in a question paper, question from analogies. Okay, so anyway, if my memory is right, this is an old question of NATA. I'm not at all remembering the exact year, but 2017 or 18 or 19. So this is an old question of NATA. So this 1 and 2 is having a relation, and that relation is between 3 and 4 also. And this question is having a little bit ambiguity, okay, because they had, yeah, Chitragupta, very good way. Okay, Chitragupta identified this question. So over here, if you check these, consider these as diagonals. Okay, these 2 lines are diagonals. Now we can arrive at a conclusion or an inference over here that 2 diagonals are over here. The next figure is having 3 edges. That means diagonal plus 1. Okay, so that is an inference. And a circle will be introduced at the center. Outer circle comes to the inner portion. Now coming over to here, again we are counting the diagonals. Diagonal number 1, diagonal number 2, diagonal number 3. So we arrived at the inference of 3 diagonals. So next, how many edges? So 3 plus 1 edges. That means a 4-edged figure. Usually we can assume it can be a square. Okay, and a circle will be introduced to center. Fine. Okay, so that is one assumption. Okay, and as per the key of the JEE also, they gone for option C. This is one way of thinking, and they gone for option C. It's right. Okay, and this is a probable one among the probable answer. But there is one more possibility. Anyway, keep it in mind. There is one more possibility. Let me tell you. So the possibility is like that. You can consider this is as a radius. Radius number 1, radius number 2, radius number 3, and this could be radius number 4. 4 radiuses. Okay, so I'm taking radius here. It is 4. Number of edges, 4 minus 1. That is also 3. Okay, that is this relation is going like this. Coming over to here, how many radiuses you can find? 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 radiuses you can clearly find here. So here number of edges 6 minus 1. So it is 5. So we can assume it can be a pentagon 2. And there comes a circle at the center. Okay, and there comes a circle as the center as usual. In that manner, we can give a benefit of doubt to option B also. Okay, so we can give a benefit of doubt to option B also. But as per the key, option C is right, and there is a separate logic for option C. Somewhat similar logic is applicable for option B also. Anyway, we'll just leave the ambiguities here. We can move on to the next question. That is a usual question. Number of surfaces. Actually, last year, one question for unfolding has been came. Okay, that means one question for surface development has been came, but there was no questions for counting the number of surfaces in 2022. 21. Okay, there was no question for counting in the first session. I'm mentioning about first session. There was no question for counting the number of surfaces, but this year the first session is having that. Now you can comment. Sharat Chandran, what about others? So we are using VI method. VI method is like this: visible and invisible. So in this figure, you can see some surfaces as visible. That means this is a solid object and it is visible from 6 directions. Okay, that means from here you can from top, bottom is there. This is you can call as left, then it is right. Similarly, if you call this as front, then this is rear. So in the similar way, you can find 6 surfaces. Okay, and these kinds of views are called isometric views. So in these kinds of views, there will be 3 visible directions and 3 invisible directions. And in this question, the invisible directions are left and rear as well as bottom. Okay, so these are the 3 invisible. So we will count for visible first. Let me count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we had counted all the visible ones. Now we are going to count for the invisible ones. So first we will finish it from the left, only 1. Then we will go for the rear, only 1. Then we will go for the bottom. That is only another 1. So you can call this 1, 2 as well as 3. So invisible are 3 here. Now it's your turn to take the sum. Okay, now you can take the sum. It is 11. Okay, so the answer is 11. And this is a usual question. If you check the last question papers from 2005 onwards, you can find several times the question papers are coming with surface counting questions. As per my memory, I think 2005 question paper as well as 2021 first session question papers missed this particular surface counting question. Apart from these 2 question papers, all other question papers is having this question for counting. Okay, anyway, you can expect this question, these kinds of questions in the second level also, along with development. That means unfolding type questions also you can find in the question paper. You can expect. This is a question of figure counting. Okay, I'll give you 30 seconds. You can put your answers here. This is a question of figure counting. And similar figures has been came in the exam in the 2-3 times. This particular type of figure. Okay, different orientation with small changes. This figure has been asked in the exam. If you check the previous year question papers, you can note down that this has been repeated several times with small changes. Okay, so let me draw one figure. So this is a particular type of triangle, and sorry, the square, and that square is having how many triangles in this figure? 8 triangles. Okay, so this particular one is having 8 triangles in it. So if we draw a figure like this, that 8 plus 8, 16 plus, here you can find a formation of a junction. Here one junction. So one junction is forming. On both sides of the junction, you can find 2 triangles are forming. So that junction is forming 2 triangles. So 16 plus 2, 18. So even in this question, if this line was present, if that blue line was present, then it may also ended up at 18. Okay, and a question has been asked in 2007 or somewhere, like this 18 as the answer. Okay, then once they changed the question, and once they changed this question and they had asked like this, how many triangles? This was an old question. Okay, so now they had changed this line completely. Now we need to find the answer. So let me put that line over here. By virtue of this line, one triangle is forming over here. One more triangle by virtue of that line is forming here. You can call this as the second one. One more triangle is forming over here by virtue of that particular line. So that is a 3. So 3 triangles in this unit. Similarly, 3 triangles in this unit are forming. So total 18 has to be there. So due to the missing of that line, now this line is going to vanish from here. So due to the missing of this line, 3 triangles are missing here, 3 triangles are missing here, total 6 missings. That makes it 12. Option A, 12. Okay, actually I'm narrating all these things, how these things are happening. If you have the right idea in your mind, whenever you see the question, you will get 18. And you can find that 3 missing here, 3 missing here, 3 plus 3, 6, 12. You click the answer and you'll be going to the next question. This is the way you are going to solve these questions in the upcoming sessions. Okay, so just pay attention to figures like these. Just give attention to figures like this. So these kinds of questions may happen. Okay, so this is an assignment. You can find the number of triangles in this type of figure. So we can move on to the next question of non-verbal reasoning. So this question, identify the total number of rectangles in the given image. So for the time being, let me call this as parallelograms. Whether it is parallelograms or the rectangles, no matter. Anyway, I'm just calling this as parallelogram because the figure represents parallelograms for me. Okay, so this figure means parallelograms for me. So I think it may be a printing error from their side. Anyway, I'm not having any arguments against that. Anyway, I wish to call this as parallelograms. That's my personal choice. And I wish my students to find the parallelograms. Okay. Anyway, the answer they had given for the, anyway, if you find the number of parallelograms, then also we will be getting the right answer as given by the examiner. Okay. So over here, yeah, very good, Drago. So we can get into the answers. So there is a equation for finding the number of parallelograms. There is a shortcut. So I'm just drawing a parallelogram over here. So these are the parallelograms. So if a question comes, number of parallelograms in this figure, and similar figure has been asked in JEE plenty of times. This parallelogram counting question has been repeated in JEE plenty of time. You can keep it in mind and it may be asked in the next time also. So number of parallelograms, I am using NP as number of parallelograms is like sum of columns into sum of rows. This is a shortcut which I am going to use. Okay, sum of columns into sum of rows. So over here, you guys can find these are columns. Column number 1, column number 2, column number 3, column number 4, column number 5. These are vertical things are columns and these horizontal things are rows for me. And we can consider this as rows. So number of parallelograms, sum of columns. How many columns? 5 columns there. How many rows? 2 rows are there. So we need to take sum of 5. So sum of 5 is like this. Sum of 5 means 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. You can add and find it is 15, or you can use this shortcut learned in the grade 10 arithmetic progression like this. N into n plus 1 divided by 2. This is a sum of natural numbers. Okay, sum of n like 1 plus 2 plus etc. up to n. You can use this equation. So if you use this equation over here, sum of 5 will be like this. 5 into 5 plus 1, 6. 6 by 2, cancel, it's 50. Okay, so sum of 5 is 15. Next is sum of 2. Sum of 2 is like this, 1 plus 2. That is simply 3. So in that figure, you can find 45 parallelograms. Okay, that is the answer for this figure. For a proof, you can check it over here. This is a figure where 3 parallelograms are there and number of parallelograms equal to sum of columns 2, sum of rows 1. So sum of 2 into sum of 1, 1 plus 2 into 1, that is 3. And we are getting that 3 over here. That is for the proof I just given. So our question is something different. We need to find it in this figure, number of parallelograms. For them, it's rectangles. So I'm just isolating this figure and just splitting this figure like this. So for this portion, column number 1, column number 2, column number 3, column number 4. So that means number of parallelograms, sum of columns into sum of rows. So it's like this. How many columns? 4 columns. How many rows? Only 1 row. That is this one. Okay. So that is sum of 4. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. That is 10. 10 into 1. That is 10. So for this entire area, we are having 10. So this area is identical. The area coming over here is identical to the previous one. So that makes it also 10. So 10 plus 10, 20. This is the 21st one. This is the 22nd one. If you have the right shortcuts with you, there is no need to count. Okay. There is no need to count. If you have the right shortcut with you, whenever you see the question, you can go for 20 very quickly. 10 here, 10 here, 2 here, 22, and your answer is ready. That ends up at option B, 22. Okay. Now we can move on to the next one, that is from the figure series. Every time, at least one question from the figure series they used to ask. So this question is from figure series. Try this question. This question is from figure series. Every time, at least one question they manage to ask. Okay. Last question, Chitra Gupta corrected it. Anyway. So which one is coming? Yeah, very good guys. That's it. Option C, because this particular thing, this is a rotation based question. Plenty of time they had asked questions in a rotation based questions. Okay, it's something rotating. Okay, every time there is a rotation based question like this comes in the exam. So here the circle comes and this one is on the right, so it will be over here, and option C is the right one. Very good. So the next question is a little bit difficult, even though, and this is new to the exam. Anyway, mirror image questions are there. But asking it in such a format like this is new here. Okay, mirror image questions are common, and this is this question, a similar question asked in NATA, I think in 2019. A similar question has been asked in NATA, but JEE didn't. Now JEE also started to ask these kinds of mirror questions. So 2116. There is a shortcut. The shortcut is like this. For mirror images. So here the question is like this. Shown below are a mirror image of a wall clock. Which one of the options shows time 2116? That is a 9:16. Okay. So 9:16 we can write like this, like a 21:16. Fine. Okay. So we need to subtract it from 23:60. In mirror images, we need to subtract. This is a shortcut. Okay. This is a shortcut. We need to subtract it from 23:60. Okay. So when you subtract it from 23:60, you will be getting a time. And which clock is showing that time? That time is right. So over here, 4 over here, and 5 minus 1, again 4. Okay, next. 23 minus 1, that is 2, 0. So the clock which is showing 2:44 is right one. The clock which is showing 2:44. Let's see from the option D. It's already 3:44. Okay, this is 3:44. So because that smaller one already crossed the 3. This is something 346. So C and D gone. Now the doubt is between A and B. This is something 46. We want 44 because it's crossed 9. That is 45. It has been crossed. So B is also gone. Now the benefit of doubt and most probable answer is going to option A, even though little bit it has to be somewhere over here. Anyway, option A is the most probable answer for this particular question because all the other options has been removed. Okay. Anyway, very good, guys. So keep this shortcut in mind. Whatever the time given. Okay. Any time going past 12. Any time going past 12, use this as the one as the what. From here you need to subtract. If the time is like this, like 9:16, you can subtract it from 11:30. Sorry, 11:60. Here also you will be getting 244. In this way also you can convert and do, or you can do in this format also. If it is crossing 12, then you can use 2360 as a number from which we need to subtract. If it is not at all crossing 12, you can use this particular number. Okay. So now we can move on to the next question. A usual question. Last time also 3 questions from here, mirror images. Now you can try this question. I will wait. Okay, mirror images. Nothing difficult in this question. This is a usual one. Somewhat similar questions are repeated several times. Mirror is on the right side. What are the rules for mirror on the right side? Rule number 1, no distortion. Rule number 2, there is lateral inversion, left to right change. Rule number 3, there is no top to bottom change. Okay, there is no top to bottom change. These are the 3 rules for mirror on right side. Now we can check the figure. So over here, I'm just focusing on this particular area. This one will be going to left. Okay, option A fine. Option B fine. Option C fine. Option D, line missing. So now one option is eliminated. So I'm just checking distortions. Any changes happen to the question figure. Now coming over to here. Next line to focus. Okay, we can focus on this line. Let me check this one. It has been comes to right. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Fine, fine. Everywhere it is fine. Now, yeah. This one we can have a look. Sorry. So we need to focus in this particular area. So from left to right changes will happen. Actually, line missing in option A. So option A gone. Okay. Yeah, very good response in the chat. I'm very glad. Everyone go for C. So over here, A and D gone. So we are in a process of eliminating options. Actually, we are learning elimination method here. So going blindly for the right answer, we can eliminate the wrong answer. It will take us to the answer very quickly. Option B and C, fine. They are almost fine. Okay, now coming over to here, another line we need to focus. We can focus this line. So that line is from left to right. So after lateral inversion, from right to left, something will be like this. So we will be checking. It will maybe comes over here. Yes. So it is still exact like what it is earlier. So option B gone. So now final answer, that is option C. Now comes the next question, usual projection questions. So a question from the projections is over here. Top view, front view, and right side view has been given, and you need to find which one is having such top view, front view, and the right side view. So just focus on this particular height in the front view. Just look from these directions. These are front here. Okay, so that is missing here. Option D gone. And coming over to here to the other options. Option A is fine. B, this slope is missing in option B. So now the doubt is between C and A. So the doubt, yeah, B gone. The doubt is between A or C. So now we can see it from the right side. From the right side, when we are observing it, only two options here. And from the right side, how many surfaces we can see? 1, 2, 3 we need to see. Okay. So according to the slope being provided here, this is the first one, second one, and the third one. So that makes option C as the wrong one because only 2 is visible in this direction. Okay, so option A is the right answer. Very good. Next question. So this question has been asked once earlier. At that time, the options A, C was A and C were there at that time too. A, B, C were at that time too. D was a new introduction. Okay, so that is only changed. They just only changed the elevation. Top view has been provided. You need to find the elevation. Okay, yeah, very good. Himanshu remembering it. Okay, so this question also a previous year question. So this shows the importance of the previous year question for this particular exam. Okay, JEE is very much interested in asking previous year question. Sometimes they will try to make some changes, and those changes are happening in the options itself. So these are the circular top views. Who were having circular top views? Cone, cylinder, sphere, all these things, etc., are having circular top views. So circle means only two edges. Two edges means two tangents can be drawn from a particular direction. Towards a particular direction, we can only draw two tangents. That means two edges for a circular top view figure. Two edges for a circular top view figure. Coming over to here, we can eliminate three-edged figures. Option B is three-edged. Option C is three-edged. They can't produce a circle because circle can two-edged. Now comes to B or D. Small circle, a little bit larger, a very larger one. So the format is like this. So coming to here, smaller, medium, large. Smaller, medium, large. We want it in this order, smaller, medium, large. So that makes option D gone out. B is the right answer. So in these kinds of elimination methods, you can follow to find answers to this question. So over here, so we think over here, make a sheet like a shortcut sheet for projection. And plenty of questions has been asked from this particular shortcut sheet. This is one among that. How my students, that means how my students of the THiNC may be remembering this one. So they are remembering the shortcut sheet or the hack sheet. This question is directly from the hack sheet. Okay, this question, the previous question, and this question, majority of the question from the projections is from the hack sheet. So hack sheet is a source for the difficult questions for the JEE. So over here, in this question, this is a part of pyramid. Okay, let me draw it outside. And this pyramid, we can see two vertices over here. Okay, so its front view will be a triangle like this. Okay, if a pyramid like this, if a top view like this, will be having a front view like this. So if you can identify this small difference, then you can eliminate option A. Then you can eliminate option B, C. Okay, now only B and D in front of you. Now comes to the extreme outer figure. 1, 2, 3. 3 vertices are visible from the front. This one belongs to pyramid. Now we are discussing about the prism. Okay, now we are discussing about a prism. This is a hexagonal prism. So this is a hexagonal prism. That hexagonal prism is having 3 vertices. So prism family is having rectangles as the front view. Okay, here 1, 2, 3, 3 vertices. So we need to have 3 vertical lines over here. So answer will be having these 3 vertical lines. Option D missing it. That makes option B as the right answer. Okay, so B is the right answer, and these are the questions. The previous one, this one, these are from our hack sheet itself. So shortcuts. This one is also directly from the hack sheet. We are having a truncated pyramid over here. Check. This is a truncated pyramid. So identify the answer. So we in thing called truncated pyramids as TP. So truncated pyramid. Anyway, solve it. After this, we can get into it. Okay. So for over here, if a pyramid is having a front view like this, its top view will be something like this. Now I am going to truncate it. So I just removed the top. So the center portion will be removed. So this is the case of truncation of pyramids. Similarly, I'm going to truncate a pyramid like this. If a pyramid is like this, one among the possibilities will be like this. So similar way, hexagonal pyramids are possible. All are possible that you can refer the hack sheet. If you contact the THiNC people, they will avail you that. So this is the top view change that you can find in the question. Okay. Now the change which is going to happening over here is like this. So this is the front view required for this top view. So if we have this knowledge from those hack sheets, we can eliminate these two options. Now two options in front of us, that is one C and the other is B. Okay, coming over to here. Now the external covering. We call these as prisms. And especially these are two vertices from the front. So two vertical lines. Okay, so a rectangle will be formed and that is something like this. Extreme left and extreme right, two vertical lines, no line through the center. If it was a three-edged one like this, sorry, if it was a three-edged one like this, then there will be a figure like this, but it is now different. So that makes option, this particular one, these two lines are extra additional for C. So option D is the answer. Okay. So actually, I'm not giving you blindly how that answer or what is that answer. I'm just giving you how we can solve these kinds of questions. So try to use these kinds of methods. This is a simple question, and I think in 2021 also you can find a similar figure like this. At that time, one square or rectangle or square has been happened over there. Anyway, solve this question. They only just edited the figure. Yeah. The question is about identify the most appropriate top view or plan. Okay, another name of top view is the plan. The question is for top view. Very simple question. There is nothing to learn or nothing to comment on these things. You can find 1, 2, 3 surface, sorry, 4 surface when you look from the top. So just count for the number 1, 2, 3. Option C wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4. It can be the answer. 1, 2, 3, 4. It can be the answer. 1, 2, 3, 4. It can be the answer. So counting method helps us to eliminate one option. Now coming out here, anyway, just mere observation. A is wrong. Doubt is between B or D. This particular line has to be come over here. So D gone. It's B. Okay. Yeah, great work, guys. I'm seeing your answers. Sidhu. Yeah, very good, Sidhu. Again, a repeated question from the previous question paper. Again, a repeated one. This is also asked twice, I think. With small alteration, it has been asked twice. And the exact same question asked once. Exact same question has been asked. If you check the previous year question, you can find this exact same. Okay. Coming over to here. You can easily eliminate option D. If you observe here, there is nothing. So option D. Option C, you can eliminate because there is a small square piece. Option B, these are two triangle pieces stacked together. It's wrong. Option A is right because it's a small square. It is a small square. So option A is the right answer. Okay, guys. So now another question. A somewhat similar figure asked last year. At that time, this portion was missing. Try to solve this. View from the direction of atom. So we are looking into these question papers to prepare for the next level. Okay, that means the next exam coming on. I think within a week we will be having the exam for the same. Okay, so use this question as a reference and work on this. Reverse engineer. Okay, reverse engineering. That means we are getting a question and we are just getting into its connected questions. So try to find connected questions from the previous year question papers and now things available on the internet, and you can contacting people. You can you also just subscribe our channel. You can find similar videos coming in the upcoming days, and you can find our old videos also. Okay, just go through the last year question paper discussion. That is also available in the THiNC website. Sorry, THiNC YouTube channel. You can go for the last year question discussions also. So because questions are repeating. So over here in this question, which is the right answer? You are viewing from this direction. 1, 2, 3, 4 surfaces you can see. Now you can eliminate options 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, we can see only 4 here. So these are 5. Option A may be wrong. 1, 2, 3. It's definitely wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. A possibility. I'm keeping here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Obviously not. Option C. Counting method. Simply counting method. First grade, or we learned it in the first grade or the second grade. We are learned to count. That is what we are using for getting an admission over here. Basic knowledges. Again, plenty of times, fed up with this figure has been asked in the exams, plenty of time. This time they introduced a small slope. That is a different happen. I think they are having a similar file of all these things, and I think they are making small changes and they are making a question paper. So keep this in mind. Go through the previous question paper. That is the source. That is a primary source for getting good mark. So which one is the right answer over here? Number of surfaces you can see. Only 2. Okay. Only 2. Option A is fine. 2. Option B is wrong. 3. Option C is fine. Option D is also fine. So counting method, eliminated 1. Now if you check the step-like structure, missing in D. Coming to the step-like structure, this line is inappropriate. Only one answer. Option C. Next question. Try this, guys. View from the direction of arrow. View from the direction of arrow. Okay, view it from the direction of arrow. Keep my words. The questions will definitely repeat. Okay, exact same questions may repeat. Somewhat similar questions will definitely repeat. Logic will be same. Okay, we will find. So over here, view from the direction of arrow. 1, 2, 3. 3 surface only, this figure. So coming to option A, 1, 2, 3, 4. Gone. 1, 2, 3. I don't know, maybe the answer. I'll keep it because I want to check all the 4. Because I am following an elimination method. So I need to go for all the options. Simply seeing it, I can easily understand it is going past the 3. 1, 2, 3. Another possibility. And I find an L-shaped structure. Okay. About L shape. So that L shape I can find only over here. So D is right, B is wrong. Now I'll be giving you another question for the top view. Try this question in the meantime. What about architecture aptitude? They are making it tougher year by year like this. Here they asked 26 questions instead of 15. Okay, so it's better to contact the academic team over here in the THiNC. They will get you an idea regarding the architecture aptitude questions. Okay, so they will get you the answer for where to learn, how to learn these questions. Anyway, year by year, questions will be getting tougher. That's a universal phenomena. Okay. Anyway, practice as much as questions. That is the way for these kinds of things. Practice as much as questions, then you will be getting the answers. So over here in this question, view from the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. So option A is fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Option B is wrong. C is fine. D is wrong. 2 options eliminated with our elimination method. Now we are having A and C with us. So actually one line has to be here. A is wrong. C is the answer. Now the next question, view from the direction of arrow. If you check the question paper of 2021 also, you can find figures like this. Okay. And I think there is not much practices or knowledge is required for solving these kinds of these type of questions. Anyway, practice it. Okay. Anyway, practice is nothing we are going to avoid. Okay, just practice it. And pay more attention to the tougher side. Yeah, C again, C, fine. So coming over to here, you can count 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 surfaces. You can see one L-shaped one, including 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A gone. 1, 2, 3, 4. I had already told you one L-shaped surface. So that is missing in B. Okay. C, 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Definitely not. C is the right answer. Okay. Next one. In this way, you can count and solve these kinds of questions. In this way, you can easily count and solve. This is for the top view. Just have a look into the top view. How many surfaces you can see from the top? 5 surfaces you can see from the top. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again 8. Obviously not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 6, 7. Obviously not. C or D? 1, 2, 3, 4. Fine. Fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now a tiebreaker comes here. So view from the top. From the top, we are having an L shape. We are having an L shape from the top. And that is in this direction. C is going wrong. Okay. C is going to be wrong. 5 is the right answer. Sorry, D is the right answer, and you can check it over here. Now comes another question for the top view. Okay. I didn't find any question having close resemblance with these from the last 15 years question papers. Anyway, newly introduced figure by its what shape. Anyway, the methods and techniques are same. Nothing changed there. So for the top view. Anyway, these 2 figures, this is never possible figures. Okay. So there's a very hard to make this kind of figure. Very hard. And this figure, not possible. Okay. This is a figure created by 4 sectors. Okay. This is a figure created by 4 sectors. And it is usually not coming in exams. And in this case, it is not. So option A and C you can eliminate. Now the doubt is between B or D, and with the mere observation of the position of this cylinder, D is wrong and B is right. One more question. Same figure, different view. Same figure, different view. One more question. Solve it, guys. I'll wait. Sidhu, Lavanya, Sakshi, Creek. View from this direction. 1, 2 surfaces. You can find Option A gone for 3. Option D gone for 3. Oh, here option C also gone for 3. Counting, simply counting, getting you the answers. Option B is the right answer because this is an entire complete surface. So option B is the right answer. Oh, it's Sachin. Okay, fine, Sachin. Okay. Okay, Sachin. So the next question over here. Next question. View from the direction of arrow. Okay, Sachin, Sakshi, Lavanya. Good guys, good. So now coming into this question, we are viewing it from the front. So you can find 2 surfaces over here, fine. 2, 2, okay, here it's gone for 1. So C is wrong. 2, fine. Coming over to this area, 2 surfaces you can see, only 1, D gone. And it's already gone. 1, 2, 1, 2, fine. And viewing from this direction, you can find a pyramid-like structure, but only you can find a triangle. But it is something different over here. Option A gone. B is the right answer. Okay, so B is the right answer. The same figure has been come for the top view. Timer start running here. Now you need to find exact top view. So you are having a pyramid here. That is the first hint. Okay. So over here, pyramid. So a pyramid, the top view will be something like this. So option B gone. Now between C, D as well as A, which is the right one. So you are looking from the top. The question is for the top view. So over here, this particular one will be having top view like this. Option D gone, line missing. Between A or C, actually this particular one again will be having a top view like this. Okay, because like roofs. Okay, so this will be something like this. So here one surface, here one surface. So line is missing in option A. That makes C. Very good, Sachin, very good. Next is one more question from figure series this year. One question asked earlier, one more question. So 2 question figure series. Last year only 1 question. Earlier they used to ask 2, 3 questions. Last year only 1 question. This time they introduced to 2 questions. This is the second one. Figure series, but the logic remains the same. Simply rotation. Okay, logic is remaining same here. Okay. So rotating, it's rotating. So after rotation, it will attain a position like this, option C. Okay, after rotating, because based on this triangle, these lines are horizontal. Okay, you can see this. So that makes option A going wrong. And this position of this triangle makes option B going wrong, as well as option D going wrong. So next question, this is somewhat new. This is a newly introduced thing in JEE. Okay, this is new. This is new here. If you observe, this year there was no question from embedded images. Okay. Usually there is a question to find a part has been taken from the complex figure. The question will be having a figure like this, and they will told you to ask which one is having a figure like this or this. Okay. So they will ask. which simple figure is a part of this complex figure. That's a usual one. It's missing this time. Embedded images. So over here, actually, there is a step. Okay, there is a step. But that step is not in equal lengths like this. So option D gone. Okay, option D is gone very easily. And the first step is not that much longer like this. It's a very smaller one. A gone. Now comes to B and C. Fine. The step area is okay, fine. And this is coming like this and this is stop. So this straight line is wrong. Even though this is a new one, but it is a quite simple question. Another one, it's a logic. Okay, another one over here. Find out which of the answer figures completes the matrix or the sequence of the question figure. There's a logic behind this question, and a similar logic has been asked in NATA 2019. Logic of this question has been came in NATA 2019. They used to have a question which is working on this logic, that if you check the NATA question of 2019, you can find a question where this particular figure has coming answer. Okay, that's a question once asked in NATA. Common lines were removed, common lines will be removing at that time. So over here in this question also, if you check here, triangle is fine. Okay, another triangle is fine. So in these cases, this triangle is common. So the third one will be removing that common part. In this figure, outer one, okay, fine. Center line is fine. Outer one, the center line is fine. Okay, so the remaining area is being represented over here. So the outer square is common, so it will be removed. This particular area is common, this will be removed. What is the remaining? This is the remaining. Okay, somewhat similar question asked in NATA. Similar, not exactly same. Logics are being repeated. Okay, so refer NATA questions of before 2020. It's better to refer the question papers of NATA before 2020. Okay, from 2021 and 2022, they are keeping a little bit difference from JEE, but before 2020, they are having close resemblance with JEE. For the sake of understanding the questions or getting questions, you can refer question papers of NATA exam also before 2020. Now comes to the answer, option B. Okay. Yeah, Sachin, maybe. Okay. Anyway, if you have a previous experience of the logic, you can easily reach this area. So now, another question. Top, front, right sides are being given. You need to find the exact answer. Who is having such views? Okay. So here in this question, you can find top view. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you count option A is 5, 3, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. Option B is wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. C is having a scope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. D is also having a scope. Now view from the right side. Okay, option A is fine. Option over here. Okay, so the view will be something like this. So that is different. So C gone. D is also, the view is something like this. D is also gone, wrong. So yeah, Sachin, Sidhu and Sakshi. Option A is the right answer, very good. Now you can, yeah, Sidhu, fine. Now you can try this question. So giving these three views, top, front and right side, they used to ask in 2015, I think. They asked a question in 2015 by giving these 2015 and 2016 JEE question papers. We are having questions. So this type, giving top, front and right side. Apart from that here, there is no much questions from giving these three views together. Okay, so they recollected that format. They recollected that format. So coming over to here, top view. Option A, top, we just check the top view. Three surface you can see. 1, 2, 3, fine. 1, 2, 3, fine. 1, 2. Option C gone. 1, 2, 3, maybe D. Okay, A, B, D possible. So now the front view, viewing from the front. 1, 2. We want 3. Option A gone wrong. 1, 2, 3. B maybe. C already got 1, 2, 3. But that is having some difference. Okay, it has to be something like this, a single piece. So D is wrong. Okay, D is wrong. Yes, D is wrong. So now the final answer is option B. You can observe the right sides. Okay, so you will be getting the final answer as B. So these are the questions. Okay, so these are the set of questions that came from the previous, yeah, Sachin, you are right. Previous year repeated questions. I think I had given you a better understanding about the connection with the previous year questions and where to look for the questions. Okay, so now I'm I'm just taking over to Suresa. So Suresa, now you can take from here onwards. So guys, thank you all. Suresa, it's your turn.
Okay, thank you, sir. I hope I'm clearly audible to everyone. So we hope the session was completely useful to everyone who has participated. So as announced during the beginning of the session, we would be having further mock tests and things like that would be coming up. So the link for the same would be shared in the YouTube live chat box. And also, sorry, the link for the same would be shared in the YouTube community in the days to come. So you can wait for that. Now, as far as other sessions are concerned, like for example, students are asking regarding the architecture awareness, and also we would see if we can come up with further similar sessions so that the previous year question, the previous month exam questions could be elaborately discussed. Okay, so the free JEE mock exam is scheduled on the 23rd of July. I hope everyone is aware that the exam has been slightly postponed. So the exam would be starting around 25th. That's the update that we have got. Exactly on which date it's going to be and all, we will have to wait till the NTA releases the exact date. Like in the admit card only, you will be able to get that. Okay, so I think that is clear. And the mock exam would be on the 23rd of July. A link would be provided. You can register yourselves in that particular link and you can take the exam. Okay, and regarding the other topics like mathematics and architecture awareness and all, we would be coming up with, hopefully we'll be coming up with further sessions. So stay tuned. So if you like the content, please do not forget to subscribe the channel. And until we see, okay, I think, yeah, so Crit Tech Express, Sidhu, Crit Tech, yes, there are lots of students who have responded. Okay, figure aptitude. When will the admit card come? So we are expecting it by tomorrow or day after tomorrow. You will get an idea of which exam city you're going to write the exam, and also things like where exactly will be your center and things like that. So let's wait. There are lots of things that we're waiting for. Waiting for the admit cards. We are waiting for the exam date. We are waiting for the exam results also. Okay, so let's hope for the best. Okay, and let's wait until we see in the next session. Thank you, everyone, and thank you, host.